So I'll say hello, everybody, and thank you for coming today. We are going to start in Balasana, or child's pose. And thank you for accepting my lighting. As it is today, everything is perfect, whole, and complete. In Balasana on your blanket, if you have an extra blanket and you would like to put it underneath or between your legs or even underneath your feet, let's do that. Resting our forehead down and toes together, your knees can be apart. I'm relaxing my head on my hands today. And you could also use another pillow or blanket here. Let's just allow ourselves to settle in. Today we'll have a more of an Iyengar, hatha style yoga. So breathe. You've arrived where everything is perfect and whole and complete. I'd like you to consider all of the pain and all of the pleasure that you have ever experienced. Consider all of the pain and all of the pleasure that you have ever experienced like a wave in a very deep ocean. Breathe. And from the depths, be a witness of those waves. Witnessing them rolling along so bravely, always changing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Rolling along so bravely, always changing. Beautiful in their self-sustaining power. The waves of the deep ocean of which you are. And marvel that once you identified with only the surface of this ocean. Beautiful. On the surface of this ocean. And now embrace the waves' depths. Embrace the waves' depths undersea the mountains. Embrace the waves' depths undersea the mountains out to the farthest shore. Because the light of consciousness illumines the world. Breathe. Breathe the light of consciousness that illumines the world. And the world that reflects this splendor. That energy and matter, essence and manifestation reveal each other to each other. Let your breath be like the ocean wave. Feel it in your back, in your belly, in your sides. And marvel at the splendor of all of the pleasure and all of the pain that you have ever experienced. Inhaling when you're ready. Slowly roll it up. And so roll those shoulders around one way and then the other. Beginning with some breath You don't have to sit like this. You can sit however you would like. You can sit in Virabhadrasana, or if you'd like to come up or change the crossing of your legs. I'm going to hang on to the front of my thighs, inhaling and bringing my heart forward. Exhaling and drawing the belly button in. Kind of like cats and cows, only seated. Inhaling and exhaling. And then I'm going to pump my belly, inhaling and exhaling. Keep going. It's kind of like Bakistra or bellows breath, but using the flexion and the extension of the spine to invoke the prana of the Manipura chakra or the solar plexus. And letting that go. Receiving the breath. Marishodhana or alternate nostril breath. I'm going to use my ring finger and my thumb, closing the nostril with the thumb, inhaling through the opposite. Pausing the breath at the top, switching and exhaling. Inhaling here. Pausing, switching, exhaling. Again, inhaling. Pausing, switching, exhaling. Inhaling. Switch, exhale. That balance the body. Now I want you to inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Continue that of like 3 to 5 more times, drawing in the heat. Through the right side or the Pingala side of the energetic body. Releasing, turning the palms up to receive this breath. Inhaling, reaching the arms up, palms to touch. Exhaling, Anjali Mudra, hands in towards the heart. With infinite gratitude, you have arrived where everything is perfect and whole and complete. Thank you to Wankatanka Shiva, the great spirit, the one with 10,000 names and the one with no name. To pure consciousness, to the omnipresence, to Divine Mother and Divine Father. To all Christ frequencies. The Holy Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Mother Divine. To all animal totems. Clan of the trumpet angels. The creepers and the crawlers, to the flyers, to the crystals, to the four-legged and the two-legged. Thank you for connecting and protecting us. Thank you for guarding and guiding us. And thank you for allowing our wildest dreams to come true. And so it is. Aho. Aho, Ashe, Shalom, Shalom, Shanti, Shanti, Satnam, 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 and Namaste. I bow to the divine light in each of us. And gently fluttering our eyes open. Let's come onto all fours and wiggle around a little bit. Just to get that spine moving. Some movement, opening. Maybe you want some cats and cows. Maybe you just want to roll your spine around. Maybe you want to wiggle around side to side. Do some figure eights. Maybe you want to stretch an arm out. Letting this be fluid and free and open. Go ahead and extend your one leg behind you. It really doesn't matter which one. You're going to push into that heel and then come forward. And then push into the heel and come forward. Do that again. Pushing into the heel and coming forward. One more time. Push into the heel. Hold it. Draw your belly button in. No space between your shoulder blades. No tension in the neck. One moment here. And then gently release. And then just switch sides. Bring that other leg out behind you. Keeping the ball of the foot on the floor. Pushing back. And coming forward. Just back and forth. You'll feel it in the back of that leg. Hopefully not in your wrists at all. And then pushing it back and breathing for 5. Big Ujjayi breaths, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling like that ocean wave, deep. Like the undersea mountains out to the farthest shore. One more breath. And gently releasing. Let's do a little half dog. So I'm going to open my arms nice and wide. I'm going to sink my chest, keeping my hips over my knees. You can rest your forehead. You could put a blanket underneath you. Or your chin, whatever feels best for you today. Oh. Oh. One more breath here. We're not going to stay here too long. You just want to open up this chest. And then slide your hands in underneath your shoulders. And then inhale and float yourself up. We're going to go to down dog. Curl those toes and press them back. Pedal it out and wiggle around. Give yourself some freedom. Oh, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Ooh, walk your hands to your feet your hands to the top of the mat. Inhale and roll that beautiful body up to the sky, reaching these arms up. Exhale and bring the hands in towards the heart. Tadasana, opening the palms. I want you to sort of rock back and forth in your feet. Find the front of your feet and the back of the heels. And maybe even side to side a little bit. Really feeling all 4 corners of those feet. Then pick up your toes and put them down. Now pick up your first toe, your big toe, and put the other 4 down. And then switch, putting the big toe down, lifting the other 4 up. And then switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Now pressing all 10 toes down into the ground. Pushing those feet down, lifting your thighs, tucking your tail ever so slightly, lifting the kneecaps. Roll the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale them back down. So you're sliding your angel wings into their pockets. Holding here and breathing, inhaling through the nose. Ujjayi, victorious breath like Darth Vader. Exhaling out the nose as you can. Do that again. One more time. Inhaling, reaching the arms up, palms to touch. Exhaling, flat back forward fold, pivot at the hips. Stepping the right foot behind you in the high lunge, reaching it all the way up. I'm getting off my blanket there. Toes in line with your ankles and your knees. Drawing your belly button in. You can reach your arms up. You can keep your hands on your hips. I want you to tuck your tail underneath you. I want this knee to be over the ankle, and keep breathing. We're going to be here for a couple more breaths. I might even get my mat out. I want you to draw those inner thighs in towards one another. Lengthen to the crown of the head. Press into that back heel. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. I want you to concentrate on your breath, finding your drishti today. Your drishti is your point of focus, specifically with your eyes. So what are you looking at? Another breath, big inhale. Exhale, come to stand at the front of the mat. Inhale and reach these arms up. Exhale and forward fold for fun. Inhale, half flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step your right foot behind you, or left foot behind you, excuse me. High lunge, reach it all the way up. So my back heel is lifted. My hips are forward. My knee is over my ankle. Belly button drawn in, tail tucked underneath you. Relaxing the shoulders. If your arms are up, your pinkies are forward. Otherwise, keep your hands at your heart or at your hips. Lengthen the torso, pulling up to the crown of the head, Sahasrara chakra. And breathe, inhaling through your nose. And exhaling through your nose. And letting that energy expand as you inhale and contract. Drawing it closer into those inner thighs, doing that again, inhaling and exhaling. Listening to your breath. And you've got this focus, your dharana, your drishti, where your eyes are looking. One more big inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, reach up, reach high. Exhale, hands into your heart. We're going to step back to warrior one, Virabhadrasana. So I'm going to open my feet apart, because to keep my hips forward, or at least mostly forward, because that hip might open to the side a little bit, I need to give myself more room. Standing open. That back heel is down. My back leg is straight. Really focusing on alignment and precision today. Keeping my knee over my ankle. All four corners of both feet firmly planted on the floor. Tucking my tail, lengthening the spine. Shoulder blades back and down. Breathe. For 5, or maybe we're at like 4. 3. For 2. Finding the equanimity. So equal weight between both of my feet. Using the meridians in the center of my body to bring that energy in. And to expand it out, really feeling the wave of every breath from the surface to the depths, to the ends of the shore. Last one, best one, big inhale. Exhaling in, stepping it forward. Virabhadrasana, one on the other side, bringing the other leg back. Finding four corners of the feet planted firmly. Bending that front knee, tucking the tail. Rolling the shoulders up and back and down. Yogi's choice with where your hands are today. This is a standing and balancing pose, Virabhadrasana 1. What I want is this back leg straight, thigh lifted, thighs coming towards one another, tail tucked, booty engaged, ribs down, heart open, weight even between both of your feet. And concentrating on the wave of the breath. Riding the wave. Of your breath. Breath by breath. Moment to moment. Finding my center. Experiencing all the pain and all the pleasure. All in one moment. And letting this moment complete itself. I find my concentration strong and steady. One more big inhale. And exhale. Then use your inhalation to gather your strength and your exhalation to step it forward. Then we'll come and stand nice and wide. Remember that you can bring your feet as wide as you could actually reach them. So it's your wingspan. Yes. Then Virabhadrasana 2, I'm going to turn one toe out to the top or the back of the mat. And then I'm going to push the other heel out. Yes. My hips are still forward, stacked on top of my shoulders, bending that front toe. And I can bring my arms out. I prefer palms up so the shoulders stay open. Back leg really straight. Keep breathing. Tucking the tail, engaging the glutes, drawing the inner thighs towards one another. Even you might have heard like the heels towards one another. But making sure that all four corners of the feet. Then you're going to look long that front arm. And breathe. From the ground up, the precision of your alignment. Knowing what every part of your body is doing. Every cell. Dreaming it awake. Breathing it awake. Allowing it awake. From here, we're going to go to reverse warrior. Just going to slide that back arm down, lifting the pinky. And then this is where that front knee is going to want to start straightening a little bit. I dare you to bend it a little bit. You can wrap the other arm around your back. Keep lifting up to the pinky, bending that front knee, keeping it in alignment, using that pelvic floor to keep yourself stable. You might even want to make a mudra with your finger. Feel that burn in that front thigh? I sure do. Moving forward with grace and ease. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, straighten that front leg. Trikonasana, triangle pose. I'm going to take my hand to my hip. I'm really going to kick into this hip. Yep. Then reaching this arm past my middle toe. Looking over my shoulder. bringing this arm down. It might be on my thigh. I might get lucky. It might come down to my shin. And if you have a block, you might need a block to put it underneath your hand. Otherwise, just honoring your body. What I want is that this shoulder and this hip are in alignment. So if I was actually standing back against the wall, my one heel is against the wall, not this foot. That's actually about a block away. But as I leaned over, my shoulder and my hip would both be on the wall, which then decreases the range of motion for Trikonasana because I'm concentrating on the precision of my alignment. This is so good for your performance, so good for any kind of, what do they call that? Sciatica. Lower back. You should feel these obliques working. One more breath. Big inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Side angle from here. I am going to sweep this top arm in front of my face, creating a nice long line from my wrist to my elbow to my hip, shoulder, heel, and heel. Yep. And then here, some of us will put this arm on the resting thigh. Just make sure that you're not crunching down these ribs, but instead you're staying lifted. You might even just extend the arm there. Using your inner thighs, breathe for 3. For 2. Notice your drishti and where you're looking. One more breath. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, straighten the leg, turn that toe forward, reach those arms up. And for fun, let's forward fold. Whoa, if you want to wiggle around in here, I don't blame you at all. It often feels really good to wiggle around a little bit. Now make sure that you can reach your feet with your hands. And then notice that you're not sinking into your heels, but rather sliding a piece of rice paper underneath them. Take another breath. Then slowly bending those knees, inhaling and rolling yourself up. Virabhadrasana 2 on the other side. Let's just take that other foot toe forward, kicking the heel out. Bending the front knee, back leg nice and straight. Breathe. Ujjayi, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling like Darth Vader. Top of the ribs down, belly in, tuck that tail, using those inner thighs to lift yourself up. Again, I like palms up, but this is really yogi's choice here. Looking across this line is what's important. Breathe. Don't be afraid to sink and bend this knee to feel the strength of these quads, the inner strength of your mind. Viparit, Virabhadrasana, reverse warrior. Keep lifting through the heart, lifting through the pinky and the crown of the head, maybe making a mudra with your hands, drawing on the strength in the center of your body, concentrating on your breath and your drishti, where you're looking. One more. Big inhale, inhale. You've got this. Mind over matter, my friend. Mind over matter. Gently releasing the arms, straightening the leg, Trikonasana, hand to the hip, kick it out, reach it out, and breathe. Again, adjusting for where your body is. I'll remind you, this is such a good one against the wall. And when I'm teaching beginners against the wall, I will often have a really big stack of blocks here. So it's block and then foot, and then the heel goes back so that the shoulder and the hip stay against this back wall. And I'm going to feel it in my belly. I'm going to feel it in these internal and external obliques. And as I become more flexible, I can bring those blocks down, but that's not what's important. What's important is honoring the precision of the pose. And really feeling this beautiful natural alignment. Letting these nice long lines of energy open the channels, open the meridians of the body. One more breath, friends. You can do it. Don't give up. Draw from the energy in the center of your body. Big inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, straighten that leg. Turn those toes forward, reach your arms up. Clasp your hands together behind you, pointing that index finger down. So I'm going to clasp my hands and I have that Jupiter finger down. Yep, behind you. Yep. Now squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the thighs, lifting the crown of the head. I want you to feel like you're holding a golden ticket between these rhomboids or between your shoulder blades. Yeah. Then big belly breaths, lifting through the crown of the head, getting the weight equal or even in the feet. And pressing the whole palm together. One more breath. Now lift your heart. Lift your heart more. Lift your heart more. Lift your heart more. Roll those shoulder blades back and down. This is going to become a little back bend. One more breath here. And keeping those hips forwards and bellies in. Big inhale, lift it up. Exhale to forward fold. Crown of the head is coming down towards the earth. Palms are still together as best we can. Listening to your body and getting out of your heels. And breathe for 3. And breathe for 2. One more breath, big inhale. Exhale, release your hands. You are going to wrap your first 2 fingers. Ooh, I don't know if I can lift my foot up that way. Around your toe, but it's on the ground. So my first 2 fingers go around my big toe. My thumb goes at the tip of the big toe. My elbows are going out to the side and the top of the head down to the ground. Breathe for 5. Top of the head down to the ground. Your head is probably lifted and you don't even know it. There you go. One more breath. Now we're going to release the hands and walk them through, tucking the chin. For 3. Try to look at your belly button for 2. 1 more breath. Soften those knees. Inhale and roll yourself up. Woo. Go ahead and hippity hop those feet together to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, lift the heels into a little C curve. Kiss your knees. One more breath. And go ahead and come into a seated position, Sukhasana, 1 foot in front of the other. Sitting up tall, if you want to grab your blankie or your block to sit on it, you can. Then you could also take this heel and put it on top of the other one, tucking that top foot in. Tucking, I told you to tuck. There you go. Or you could always go Ardha Padmasana, putting it in the crook of the hip. Sitting up tall, you're going to bring your arms out, roll the shoulders up and back and down. I'm breathing here. Adjust my camera one more time. Big belly breath. Inhale and reach those arms up. Exhale, reach your hands behind you. Reverse namaste. Fingers together. You could even clasp your hands together or just hang on to your elbows. Don't forget to use the blankets underneath you or blocks underneath your knees as needed. Bring your chin to your chest. One more breath. Ujjayi, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling. Releasing the hands, bringing those Jupiter fingers forward. Now, whatever thumb was on top before, can you switch that and put the other one on top? Maybe you want to switch your fingers too. Then bring those arms behind you. We're going to come forward with the forehead on the floor, lifting the arms up. It's okay if it doesn't touch. You can either use a block or a blanket or a pillow. And breathe for 3. And breathe for 2. One more breath. And gently release the arms. Bring those hands down to the ground. Inhale and roll yourself up. Oh, it's like whole new arms and legs, right? We're just going to switch the crossing of your legs. Sit up tall as if you have no idea what's coming. We call that the beginner's mind. Yes. Inhaling and reaching these arms up. Exhale, reverse namaste. That means that I'm bringing my hands into a prayer position. And here I want to concentrate on my first finger and my thumb, pushing them together, opening the elbows, lifting the heart and the crown of the head, sitting up really, really tall. And I remember when I first started yoga and I came to sit and I thought, my gosh, my back is burning, right? Like the shoulder blades, like my hips, like it was burning. Yeah, so if you're feeling that, We have all been there at some point in time, and it's okay. I want you to just adjust with your blocks and your blankets so that your body can be where it wants to be. One more breath, releasing the hands and Jupiter fingers out. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe for 5. Breathe for 4. Good job, people. For 3. Riding the wave of my breath. All of the pleasure. And all the pain. One more. Big inhale to gather. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, roll it up. Ah. Okay, whatever foot's on top, I'm going to cross it over and put that foot on the floor. If that foot doesn't go on the floor, please sit on a block or a blanket, and that will help, because what I want is that foot to be strongly grounded. Oh, it got worse, not better. Strongly grounded. See that? There we go. This foot strongly grounded on the floor. Yeah, and that block is going to help you sit up. So I can pull, use that inner thigh. No hands. You'll feel that inner thigh working. And I'm going to open my arms and twist myself around, wrapping the other arm around my back. Breathe. Shoulders down, hearts up, crown of the head up, soft jaw. The aim is that this sitting bone that's lifting up on the bent knee, that you're aiming that down so that both sitting bones are down with equanimity. Doing the best we can, right? And if this doesn't work for you, continue to adjust. Maybe that foot comes in. Maybe it's not over that leg. For 2. One more breath. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, twisting a little deeper. Inhale, release, come to the center. Let those leggies out. Oh, leggies, thank you so much. And now we're going to bring the other one. So I am definitely sitting on a block today, right? Listening to my body is today. I lift this other leg in, and then I'm crossing the other one, putting this foot firmly on the floor. Sitting up tall, noticing my sitting bones. This one wants to lift, so I'm really pushing her down. I'm using my mind to push it down. Activating these feet. I want you to lift your toes. When I lift my toes, the rest of the foot sort of grips to the floor, yes? And I'm going to open my arms with an inhale, lengthening, and exhale and twist out. I'm making the A-OK or Seen or Gyan Mudra with my hands today, reminding myself that everything is going to be all right. Activating from the ground up, I breathe in these waves. Using that Ujjayi breath, this victorious breath, to ride the waves of the glorious splendor of the light of consciousness and illuminate this body, and illuminate this world, this energy and matter and essence and manifestation that reveal to each other. each individual soul, each focus, each dharan. I notice where I'm looking, my drishti. And I breathe. One more big breath here to feel the pulsing heart and the infinite awareness. Last one, best one. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to twist. Drawing that belly in. Inhaling to release to the center. To let those legs out. I'm going to come off of my, what is this called? A block. And I'm going to wiggle it around a little bit or a lot. Yeah. Tadasana, sitting up tall. So you might want to actually sit on a blanket for this, maybe not so much a block. I want you to roll your shoulders up and back and down, pressing the hands by your side. I have really long arms, so my elbows are bent, right? But yours might not be. Your feet do not need to be together. I want the backs of your legs completely on the floor. Flex your feet, point your feet, and then curl your toes back. Sit up tall. Top of the head, crown of the head up. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. One more breath. Inhaling, reaching the arms up, sitting up even taller. Exhale, draw the belly button in. Tuck the tail underneath you. Tuck the tail underneath you. Reach through your feet. Look at your belly button. And I want you to keep the rolls rolling horizontally. Do not let that rectus abdominis pike up in the middle. Tuck it in. Roll it back, reach through your feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, blow out with a little shh, like you're letting air out of the tire. Keeping this belly button in. Reach to the feet. Inhale, reach it up. Again, exhale, tuck and roll. As far back as you can, pulling through the feet. Inhale. Reach it up one more time. Exhale, tuck and roll. This time you're going to use your elbows when you come down so that you can keep looking at that rectus abdominis, keeping it down in. And then go ahead and stretch it out. Yep, just like that. Then we're going to come into bridge. Setu Bandhasan, putting the feet on the floor, toes in line with your ankles and your knees. Rolling the shoulders back and down. So often right here, these shoulders are up, and I really got to sort of bring them underneath. You can bring your hands to your hips, slide them, make sure that your knees, and your feet are stacked, that they're not pulled in or too far out. So that when you lift your bottom, your belly button and your booty are in equally. The sides are coming in equally. And I'm creating a nice long line. Back of the neck is long. Hands are pressing down to the floor. Shooting laser light beams to my heels. Lift your toes. Put your big toe down. Switch your toes, 4 down, 1 up. Unswitch, unswitch, unswitch. All toes up, all toes down. All toes up, all toes down. Breathe here. Feel that belly button drop into the middle of your body. Breathe for 5. Equanimity for 4. For 3. For 2. Riding the wave of the breath. Last one, best one. Lifting the heels, tucking the tail, and rolling it down. Ooh. Wind releasing pose, draw one knee in, extend the other long. Flexing the feet or in spirit toes. In spiritus, in spirit toes. Just holding here. I'm trying to get this whole leg down on the floor. So this extended leg, try to put the whole back of it down. Try to draw the belly button. And if that hurts your lower back, don't do it. Bend your knee, of course. Lengthening the back of the neck. And one more breath here. I'm extending this leg nice and long, so it can just be up towards the sky. Or you can grab with those first 2 fingers around the ball or the first toe, putting the top of the thumb on the top of the toe and drawing it in. Here I might need to bend this extended leg. I could use a strap across the ball of my foot. Breathe, nice long back of the neck. For 3. For 2. And one more. Big inhale. Exhale, bend that knee. And just bring it into your twist. Ooh, stretch out that other arm. Relax the back of the neck. And you can do this twist however feels good for you. Go ahead and let go of that precision and that alignment here. And give yourself some permission to feel good. Softening the jaw, the back of the neck. Oh, maybe even close your eyes now. And sink into this body. Because in these teachings, there are more than 112 ways of entering the stillness beneath the waves. Cherish. Cherish any one of these and make it your own. There are more than 112 ways of entering the stillness beneath the waves. Cherish any of these and make them your own. Embody your inborn wisdom. and establish yourself. I embody my inborn wisdom. I establish myself. Big breath inhaling and a big exhale. One more like that. Big breath inhale and a big exhale. And gently releasing, drawing your knee in towards your chest. Roll it around one way and then the other way. And then gently switching legs, drawing the other knee in, extending the other leg out in this wind releasing pose. So back of the body, really long. 5 big breaths. Softening the jaw and the back of the neck for 3. So depending on what leg is in towards your body, forward folding or bringing the knee in is all about the digestion. It's about processing life, whether you're drawing it in or letting it out. And then extending that leg nice and long up towards the sky. I'm hanging on to my big toe. You could hang on behind your thigh, behind the calf. You could use a strap. Back of the neck long, shoulders long, staying with this precision and alignment. For 2. One more breath, big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Exhale, draw that knee in and twist it out. Oh. Now get comfortable. Soften the jaw, soften the back of the neck, soften the face. And honor with every breath. And join with the gods and the goddesses who are making love in every particle of creation. Honor the power with every breath. And bless this life that surrounds you. Delight in these meditations, my adorable ones. Play with the creation as it plays with you. Playing becomes smaller than an atom. Travel through the expanse of space and drink the elixir of immortality. Drink the elixir of meditation. Flirt with the tingling sparks of vitality that surge through your body. Live your whole life as a festival, as a celebration, liberated in love and work. Bathe in the stream of these life-giving teachings. Drink the elixir of immortality. One more big belly breath, inhaling and exhaling. And drawing the knee in when you are ready. Giving yourself anything else. Coming into a short but sweet Shavasana. To transmute the most sacred of offerings. To pour the elements of your body all of your sensual impressions into the fire of the great void. Your richness of experience is the wine that you offer, the divinity everywhere. And the real sacrifice is to allow your sins to be destroyed by the power of the universe and to live in radiant bliss. Allow the senses to dissolve, the mind to dissolve, and the void to dissolve. Dissolve. In the wave of the ocean of what you really are. And big belly breath inhaling. And a big exhale. Embracing every wave of the breath from the undersea mountains out to the farthest shore. This beautiful sustaining power. Find your fingers and your toes like you've never found them before. Roll along bravely, changing with all the pain and all the pleasure that you have ever experienced. And give this beautiful body a hug. When you're ready, when you're ready, so slowly and sweetly come up to sitting. Come sit all the way up. So reach those arms up over your head to gather in all the sweet juice of life. And to bring your hands in towards your heart and the corners of your mouth up towards your ears. Just rest for a moment, knowing that all is well in the world. They are at exactly the right place at exactly the right time. That your wildest dreams are coming true. And so it is. A big inhale and a big exhale. We'll end with a big Om together, singing the word home. Big breath inhaling. Om. From my heart to yours, I hope you have the best day ever. And so it is, and it is so, and so it is, and it is so, and so it is, and it is so. Thank you so much, everyone, for experiencing a little bit of an Iyengar practice. I will see you soon.